Welcome back to Liberty Tree Gaming. We are just outside the fortress of Malashov that we just captured. And in the last episode, we attacked this fortress and managed to prevent the village from being sacked by Dry Devil and captured von Bergow. And now we are to ride to Sukdal to meet Zizka and the team. So this is the Oratores quest. Zizka's men took the captive Otto von Bergow from the conquered Malashov back to Sukdal, where he'll be interrogated. Then we'll decide what to do next. Our people are taking the captive Otto von Bergow to Sukdal, where we'll decide what to do with him. I should get there as soon as possible. So that's what we're gonna do. Ghost Pebbles, let's go. Where's Sukdal? Up here. A dead body? No, we're continuing. Trap. Avoid. Dang it.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
You? Hold on.
You!
Oh, how dare you? Where even are we? Mesolus? Man. Had it hard, hadn't you, puppy? Or horse, not puppy. All right, back on our way. Let's get over here. Okay. Whoa! Here's a blacksmith. Can I sell you some stuff? Just got a couple things to unload here.
What do you need, sir?
Show me your...
So I'd like to buy marksman skits, but I don't see any. Oh well. He has 51. Why? Why so poor?
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
All right. Gonna repair this stuff again. And we did just get into a big battle.
I'm saying that the finger of God is a piece of rubbish.
Who are you calling a piece of rubbish?
Not you, the cannon.
I cannot what?
The cannon.
They're deaf.
The pièce de pacotille could not handle one burst.
First?
It is not.
But you missed the gate first time. I told you we should.
How'd you feel?
What did you say?
How do you feel?
C'est terrible, mon ami. When the cannon flew apart, I thought we were done for. I am alive. But I feel like all my bones have been ground to dust.
Kubienka doesn't look too worse for wear.
Because I took the force of the blast for the both of us. I pushed him aside at the last moment.
Aha. How did you know that the cannon was about to burst?
Intuition, mon ami.
God, my mouth is watering just thinking about them.
What did they taste like?
Honey, I can't hear. Poppy, quark, luncheon.
Catherine?
What do you think about Malashov? We were damn lucky.
More like the people in the village were damned lucky. I'm glad you talked the devil out of burning it down.
Well, it took a bit more than talk.
It takes guts to stand up to Hinnek. But to beat him? My lord.
Do you think he'll want revenge?
You humiliated him in front of his own men. It can't be ruled out. You'd better keep an eye on him. Or go and have it out with him, straight up.
Any idea what'll happen next?
Another madcap scheme, most likely. What else? That's all we ever seem to do, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, I did notice.
Sometimes I ask myself what me and Capon have got ourselves into.
I'd tell you what you've got yourselves into, but I don't want to start cursing.
Never stopped you before. Samuel.
What do you think of Rosa Ruthard? Never met a girl like her before.
What do I know? She's a Schickse, so not for me. She's quite comely, but a bit too smart for her own good. A man has to be wary of those, or else he will end up like Adam did with Lilith. Think of the poor fellow who will have her for a wife one day.
Adam with Lilith? That's some satanic stuff right there you're spouting, sir. Wasn't Hans just like right here? Where did he go? Getting some frame drops and stutters.
Herzlich willkommen.
Can you teach me something?
I'd
A
like to
fighting
learn a new
technique?
combat technique.
Also gut. Was soll's? I can show you something.
Is this the one I'm missing?
Ich bin so alt. Ich kann dir sagen, dass most men who pick up the iron do not know how to use it much. So it's best to just forget about any tricks and simply send them to the ground with one quick slash. Willst du es mir zeigen?
Yeah.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Good, good. Now, where was I? Oh, right. How to bring a bloke down before he finds the hole you made in him. Erstens, you hit him a few times from the right. Und dann, at the same time, with a step nach rechts, you slash at his neck. Ha! A seriously fast and deadly hit. Vor allem, wenn der Gegner ein dummer Bauerntölpel ist. Und jetzt, try it out a few times, junger Mann. Oh ja, ja. Das hast du gut gemacht, mein Freund.
Mittelhall High. And that, I think, is the last one I needed for one-handed sword. And sword and shield, I think. Yeah. I got one left for long sword. Awesome. All right, so where am I going now? In Sukdal. This is weird, like I'm in Sukdal, but there's no marker. There. Oh, the kitchen. I'm still good on nourishment. Probably up here, I would imagine.
Beautiful evening.
Devil.
Perfect for a piss-up.
Good evening, Hinnek.
Aye, let's drink to that.
I'm gonna talk to him to see how mad he is at me. Nope, won't even talk to me. Janosh. Can't talk because we're in the doorway. All right, let's see about the sausages.
Told me to come back for sausages. So here I am.
Yes, yes. They wait for you.
I can hardly wait.
They won't wait. Here, you taste and you will be in heaven. My secret recipe. 6 kind of spice.
I got sausages.
That looks really appetizing. It puts Oates' kitchen to shame.
I learn from best of best. You want more? I make. But you must bring me meat. Game is best. But dog, alright too. Only
No.
tough and taste this weak. Need a lot of salt.
So I can bring you almost anything and you can make sausages out of it.
From anybody. But don't bring me no old stuff or stinky stuff. That bad, bad, bad.
Do I have? I don't know if I have any meat, but let's
I've got
see.
some meat that would be good for sausage.
Hey? Show me.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't.
you got it? Or you don't got it?
Sorry. I thought I had more.
Let's look at these sausages. That I seriously thought he was just pulling our leg. Right, sausages. Janosh smoked, or Janosh's sausage. His homemade sausage, thoroughly smoked and properly seasoned. You don't want to know what it's made of. Look at the price. I mean, a smoked sausage is 3.1. These are 55, so that's actually pretty awesome. You have plus 10 energy. And oh, the durability days is infinite, so they don't go down. How about that? Okay, let's walk in this door. This is the room, right? Well, nope. Just Peter Pisek. What do you say, sir? How have you been? You're ignoring me.
I don't know what your task is, but it can definitely wait until morning.
The night is still young.
Good lord. You young bucks have stamina to give away.
Okay, so I guess we're supposed to sleep then.
I'm sorry.
Zizka. Traffic jam in the hallway here. Oh my gosh. And this is where, when I went upstairs last time we were here, I was soft trespassing, but not this time.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergow?
Not yet. We need to fix ourselves up after the battle. We'll hear what Otto has to say tomorrow.
Okay, what about the other speech option?
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success, but I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
What's done is done. The devil got his ass kicked, the peasants still have a roof over their heads, and if it weren't for you, half our men who are now rotting beneath the walls would still be breathing.
After what I went through in Skalitz, I couldn't just burn down people's homes.
Tell that to the dead. If only you'd let the devil do his job, there'd be a lot less of them. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
Yeah, that's not an answer though. I don't think anybody died on our side anyway. Janosh is going to bed. Zizka's gone to bed.
At your service, sir.
Where's those stairs? Right there in the middle. There she is. Can't speak to you. What? Why can't I speak to you? You're just gonna read your book and not talk? Gosh, Henry can jump. Look at that. That is incredible. I can't even get far enough away to get that in the shot.
Huh. What is it?
Oh, you just walking around here?
I hope you're doing well, sir.
Not bad. I'm glad to be back at Trotsky.
This is not Trotsky, sir. It's not that late. That's my room, right? Got my wreath over the door. Okay, well, let's sleep.
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Cape on? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. Lord! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course, you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
Angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, and Mary said, Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord.
Well, okay then. We have journal update. Still night. Seriously, still night? Sleeping is not working. Let's try it again.
Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation.
All right, guys, let's go. Alright, looks like we need to pass more time. We'll train with this guy again, and that'll pass an hour or so. See if that gets us there.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Aber damit wir uns verstehen, I don't like those Schwertmeister these days who swagger around with a longsword. For me, a weapon is simply just a tool like any other. Wenn du wirklich Interesse hast, I'll show you one of my favorite blows with a mace to the chin. Was sagst du dazu?
Sure.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Das ist richtig. Ehrliche Arbeit mit der Waffe. This strike is about a few hard attacks, after which you quickly swing your axe and slice with it from below. It simply sends a man flying to heaven, and then sends him straight to hell. Und jetzt, try it out a few times, junger Mann. Na und? Ist doch gut, oder? May it serve you in good health, my friend.
Grüß dich.
Good to see you.
Okay, so it says to go to Slugdill to join the others. Hans, we've not talked to you yet. Don't close the door in my face. That's so rude. And I can't. This seat for me.
You've lived through more battles than I have. What do you think about Malashov?
I won't lie. There were moments when I was ready to meet my maker. But in the end, I was amazed how it turned out.
The devil wanted to make things simpler for us.
Well, so I heard. And I also heard what you did.
No, it was nothing, really.
If you say so. But I'm glad to see you still got that boy from Skalitz in you.
Can we do this now?
Von Bergov's interrogation starting soon.
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
The interrogation of the captive von Bergow is
Welcome to Sukdal, Lord von Bergow.
beginning, I think.
Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Gunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. That bollocks. He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the f should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to meet at Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
What's wrong, sir? You're not afraid, are you?
Afraid that Jobst, that court schemer, might defeat a warlord like Sigismund in the field? Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the Lord Trotsnov. In the So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Janosh and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborsh.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Christian Pisek, maybe, but I don't think he has anything to do with being that involved in the Italian court. Vavak might.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the f*** are you talking about? Speak clearly!
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound f***ing good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not?
Jesus! Get a grip, fellas! Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Katherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
All right. Let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
And what if he won't
What if
cooperate?
the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
No, that's fine. She's fully capable. Trust me.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going to town. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
Excellent. Excellent. I'll talk to you now.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Very droll.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Van Bergov's people came to Ruthard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Ruthard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Ruthard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
Not just yet.
There's something I need to take care of first. I'll be right back.
I would like to hear something about this region.
Aren't we making a mistake? Most of my time right here.
I've arrived here only recently. Apart from Gutenberg and Malashov, I haven't seen much of these places. But you have been the steward of Sugdal for years, and a capable one. I'm sure you know the locality. I would be grateful if you would share your mind.
Gladly. At least it will shorten the evenings for us.
Wow, every one of these is loaded.
I thought people like you would abhor defection.
I'm your hostage. I appreciate being treated well, and I don't hesitate to reciprocate. That is all.
You'll be nothing but a traitor to Sigismund and his people.
If you attempt to steal the silver, you will draw all attention to yourself, whether you succeed or not. They will hunt you like vermin. And my so-called betrayal will be the least of their concerns for quite a while.
You want to buy your safety by snitching on your own allies?
What snitching? Sigismund's precarious position is no secret. And I don't have to worry about my safety, do I? Lords Capon and Pisek have sworn that no harm shall befall me, assuming you can keep that Jew in line.
Got half a mind to let him have you. Let's look at the Codex for von Bergow. Otto von Bergow was a notable Czech nobleman of Thuringian Mysian origin who held royal offices at the provincial court and served as the Burgrave of Prague from 1388 to 1393. Later, as a leading member of the League of Lords, he served on the Royal Council, where he actively opposed his king, Wenceslas IV. During Wenceslas IV's imprisonment in Vienna, Otto held the position of the highest provincial chamberlain, a post entrusted to him by the Hungarian king, Sigismund of Luxembourg. In this role, he was responsible for tasks such as collecting taxes from royal towns and certain monasteries or approving appointed counselors. Otto's original domain included Biela and Seeburg in northern Bohemia, which he sold to purchase the Rohozek estate and Trotsky Castle, which he extensively rebuilt. After Wenceslas IV returned to the Czech throne, he was removed from his office and died in 1414. Hey, I was wondering if it was gonna say anything about it. And his son, I think we looked at this already. But I want to say that I heard somewhere that von Bergow did instigate what was called a pogrom in Prague against the Jews there. So like he did not like Jews, and he has a reputation for persecuting them. So I'm glad to see that that's actually built into the game here. Like his character legitimately has done that already. Let's read about Katherine. The brave and determined helper of Jan Zizka of Trotznov is mostly just a fictional character, although women bearing this name played important roles in Zizka's life. First Katherine was notably his mother, although this is not certain, as other sources name her Johanna. We know more about the second Katherine in the provincial land registry books. We learn that Jan Zizka married her and acquired a farm in Sereyov as a dowry. They even had a daughter, although her name is unknown. After Katherine's death, Zizka married yet another Katherine. Again, we do not know anything about her except that Zizka inherited her property after her death. In view of the importance of this name in the life of this great figure of Czech history, we decided to interpret the character of Katherine in our own way. Very interesting. So I'm thinking I'm going to pause here. I need to reboot, looks like. My computer's being weird, so I want to make sure this is recording right, and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Not sure what was going on, but OBS was saying that I'd only recorded 25 minutes, but after it saved the file, when I stopped recording to reboot, it said 47 minutes were recorded. So I checked it. It looks like it's okay, so I think we're good. But that does put us at like 47 minutes before editing. So we're gonna do just a few more things, maybe try and talk to Katherine again.
But Berta won't survive the night.
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore?
I tried a chamomile decoction, but he's in too much pain to fall asleep.
I'll go and see him. We'll pray together.
Who won't survive the night?
I'll stay with him until the end.
Good evening, Harry.
Praying won't help him.
And a good evening to you too.
We could do with a couple of lasses.
A sleep he may never wake up from.
Do you really regard that as humane? killing him instead of letting him die in peace when his time comes.
In peace? Have you even seen him?
Who were they talking about?
Did you hear what was arranged with von Bergow?
Of course, but I don't even have the will to shake my head anymore.
Is there something you don't like about the plan?
Don't like? You lot have gone mad. First, you bring von Bergow here in shackles. Then you let him put a flea in your ears about how to outsmart the king? And now you want to walk right into his people's clutches? Have you taken leave of your senses, for Christ's sake?
You make it sound like things were different before with Zizka.
You bet your ass it was different. He didn't act like a fool, and only took actions that could actually succeed.
You don't.
Well, that's unfortunate. Sorry you so mad, lady. Now, who are they talking about not surviving? This guy?
That the finger of God is a piece of rubbish.
Who are you calling a piece of rubbish?
Not you, the cannon.
I cannot what?
The cannon.
I can talk to him again.
Did you and Capon make up?
I do not see any reason to.
Well, you didn't expect us to let you murder von Bergow, did you?
Pah, he would have deserved it, noble or not.
He's worth far more to us alive.
More than the people from our village who died in the Gezerah? That is some chutzpah, my friend.
I understand. I've been through the same when Skalitz was burned to the ground. People I've known all my life died there.
Then tell me, how would you feel to have revenge within your grasp, only for Capon to show up and say, "No, no, bad Henry, you cannot do that"?
Of course I'd be pissed off. But there's a lot more at stake here than some personal grudge.
I reckon that whoreson is sitting on his shinken in one of the finest chambers too. I am f***ing thrilled.
Yeah, sorry, brother. I understand. So I can't, like, just drop a marigold potion down his throat and heal him? He just coughed on me. That's gross, dude. Alright, can you teach me
I'd like to
anything
learn something. There's
I
no
care
time
about?
for it now. Come back.
Alright, well, let's look at the log or the journal here. So escort Lady Rosa, so I guess just talk to her and we'll head out. So we're going to do that at the start of next episode, so...
Look what I have for you.
Mutt, would you like a piece of boar meat? How about that? So yeah, we'll do that at the next episode, and we'll head out with Lady Rosa to hopefully get this plan going.
Good boy. Good boy.
So until next time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we will see you in the next one. Till then, be good.
You silly mutt.